Hello, my dear students. I hope you're fine. I'm Miss Claudia Maturana, and today we are going to review some contents from previous worksheets, and we are also going to see some things about the unit. Are you ready to start? Let's start then. First, we are going to review the second conditional that we saw in a previous worksheet. So here, the second conditional is used to talk about things that probably will never happen. It's very unlikely for these things to happen. And what we would do in that situation. So we have the if clause. Let me find my spotlight here. We have the if clause, which starts with if, and then you use the simple past of the verb. And the main clause, which is the result. Here you can use the modal verb would. Would, recuerden que transforma el verbo que viene después en terminación ia. For example, I would sing. Yo cantaría. Could, podría. I could sing. Yo podría cantar. And might, puede de posibilidad, que puede que sí o puede que no. I might sing, puede que cante. Okay? And then the verb in infinitive, verbo en infinitivo, and in the if clause, we use the verb in the past. Second column of your worksheet of irregular verb list, or if it's regular, we add ed. Recuerden que la lista de verbos regulares para el pasado es la segunda columna y para los verbos regulares agregamos ed. So example, if I were an astronaut, I would travel in a spaceship. Si yo fuera un astronauta, coma is very important, I would travel in a spaceship. Viajaría en una nave espacial. Eso es lo que yo haría si yo fuera un astronauta. In this conditional, remember that the to be, el verbo to be, si yo fuera, ser o estar, son dos formas, was o were. Pero en este segundo condicional solamente vamos a utilizar were para todas las personas. So that's easy, right? Let's continue. Wow, there is the image. If I traveled in a spaceship, si yo viajara, con ed, pasado, in a spaceship, coma, I would go to Mars. Iría a Marte. If I went to Mars, si fuera a Marte, el pasado de go es went. If I went to Mars, I would meet a Martian. Conocería a un marciano. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Ah, yeah, they speak another language. That was the review about the second conditional. I'll give you some other exercises later, right? So remember, in the if clause, the verb always in the past. And in the other part, you can use would, could, or might, and the verb in infinitive. That's all of it. Now, we have to classify all of these works into the following categories: construction, art and design, administrative, transport, and tourism. I'm going to see.
Track 2, Student's Book, Unit 1, page 8, Exercise 1.
Can you listen?
Construction.
Construction.
Plumber.
Plumber.
Bricklayer.
Bricklayer.
Civil engineer.
Civil engineer.
Art and design.
Artist
Fashion designer. Florist. FX makeup artist.
FX makeup artist.
Administrative.
Administrative.
Clerk.
Clerk.
Administrative assistant.
Administrative assistant.
Call center agent.
Call center agent.
Transport.
Transport.
Bus driver.
Bus driver.
Bike courier.
Bike courier.
Forklift truck operator.
Forklift truck operator.
Tourism.
Tourism.
Travel agent.
Travel agent.
Hotel receptionist.
Hotel receptionist.
Tour guide.
Tour guide. Okay. So we have to classify all of these works and jobs with construction, art and design, administrative, transport, and tourism. If you don't know any of these professions or jobs, you can look them up on your dictionary or on a translator. Now, a reading comprehension. Before reading, answer these questions with the class. Do you know what a part-time job is? A part-time job is a job in which you don't work a lot. In some part-time jobs, you work on weekends or 3 days a week, for example, Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, or sometimes even 1 day a week. This is a part-time job. Letter B. What kind of part-time job do you think you could do with your skills? It depends on you. In my case, a part-time job could be maybe do private English lessons. That could be a good part-time job. Letter C. Has any member of your family ever had a part-time job? What did she do? Yes, my sister worked selling ice creams in the mall for some months a couple of years ago. I'm giving you examples for you to answer. You can answer this on your notebook, okay? D. Would your parent allow you to work part-time? I don't know if your parents would allow you to do that at your age. Number 2, in small groups, make a list with the characteristics of an ideal part-time job. You can do this alone, or you can do it in groups, or it depends. It's up to you, okay? Number 3, look at the pictures, identify them, and discuss which jobs involve work in the evening or at night. Which works involve artistic skills? Which one involve having knowledge of informatics? Which job involve working with people? Need a lot of training? Can be dangerous? You can write down the job, or you can even match with a line. You can match the idea to the image, okay? Okay, and now let's start with the reading. Before starting to read, the keywords are time management skills. This is in your book, by the way. Look for one of the first activities. It's one of the first reading activities, okay? This is on page 8 and 9. Sorry. Okay, page 8 and 9. Keywords, time management skills, habilidades de manejo de tiempo. Employer, empleador. Employee, empleado. Tardy work, trabajo que consume tiempo. Non-working students, estudiantes que no trabajan. What are the benefits of part-time jobs for students? Do you know what are the benefits? I don't. Let's find out. Speaking for myself, taking on a part-time job while studying may be hard work, but the benefits are typically greater than the amount of paycheck. Students who work during their college careers may develop better time management skills than their counterparts because they have to apply them to their daily lives. They earn money that can be used for fun or for tuition while gaining experience in the workplace that will be attractive to future employers after graduation. Next text. Number 1. Firstly, primeramente. Firstly, as students come into adulthood, earning an income can boost their confidence. Earning an income means ganar una entrada de dinero. ¿Ya? Can boost your confidence. Puede darte mucha confianza en ti mismo. And allow them to have some fun within the limits of their paychecks. Some students need to work through school to afford tuition. Others will set the money aside to pay back student loans. Still, the money will be theirs to spend as they wish, and they may appreciate it more because they work for it. Some students don't know the value of money because their parents give them all. But if you work, you will really know what everything costs. Okay, number 2. Segundamente, students earning their own money get lessons on spending wisely. They may be less likely to spend their hard-earned money frivolously and learn to delay gratification to pay for necessities. For example, textbooks and clothes. These are necessities. At the same time, they can save for non-essential purchases. Compras no esenciales. They can save for that. Pueden ahorrar, ¿verdad? Such as trips, video games, etc. So, number 1, read the article and choose the best title for each paragraph. Answer in your notebook. Responder en el cuaderno. Cada párrafo tiene un título. Párrafo número 1, párrafo número 2, estos están desordenados. You have to put them in order. ¿Ya? Entonces escriben en su cuaderno, página 9, ejercicio 1, time management, corresponde al párrafo 4. Así es el desarrollo, ¿ok? Number 3, another reason relates to time. Students taking on a job on top of their studies will have less free time than not working students. Therefore, they tend to be better planners as they make sure they complete every task expected on them on a deadline. Deadline, plazo. They learn to weigh their priorities. Aprenden a pesar sus prioridades, a colocarlas en orden. Sometimes skipping fun activities to finish their responsibilities. This prepares them for life after school, when excuses and tardy work will be frowned upon. And number 4, finally. So we had firstly, secondly, another reason, and finally. This is to add sequence to your paragraph, to put them in order. Finally, students' jobs may introduce them to their preferred career after school is over. This allows them to gain important introductory experience in the business and begin networking with those in that field. Even students who work in places not connected to their interests will look more impressive to potential employers. They'll have some kind of work experience on their resumes to start, and the fact that they have been able to hold a job while at school attests to their level of maturity, responsibility, and time management. So it's very beneficial for you to have a job while studying, not at school, but at university. And then we have to work in our activity book and in our notebook. Your analysis. Number 1, answer the following questions in your notebook. En cuaderno, okay? What is the purpose of the text? El propósito del texto es, and you answer. Letter B, who is the author's intended audience? ¿Cuál es el blanco de audiencia del autor de este texto? Letter C, what is the main idea of the text? Look at the title. The title will give you a good hint. Number 2, what do these expressions refer to in text? Explain orally. We are not going to be able to do this now because I'm just speaking to you and you are not here to answer to me in this moment. But you can look them in the dictionary and know their meanings. And now, in your activity book, unit number 1, first activity. Write sentences using the phrases provided. Hard-earned money. A sentence with that. Weigh priorities. Pesar prioridades. Boost confidence. Darle un boom a tu confianza en ti mismo. Introductory experience. You write some short, simple sentences using these words. And then the connectors in bold. Remember? Firstly, secondly, you can use them here. Identify the connectors in bold and indicate which one is used to start an opinion. Firstly. Ahí ya les di una de ya. Number 2, have a look at the phrases below. What is the purpose of these connectors? Check with your teacher. To begin with, in other words, furthermore, on one last reason, lastly, for instance, los van a buscar en su diccionario y los van a clasificar con las categorías de acá arriba del ejercicio 1. For example, to start an opinion. To begin with, para comenzar, to begin with, I'll tell you the advantages of doing the homework. To sum up, esto significa para concluir, para resumir. Entonces, esta se utilizaría como come to a conclusion, letra D. Pueden en sus cuadernos hacer un recuadro y clasificar las palabras. Recuerden buscar los significados. It's very important for you to use these words. We can use them later in a paper that we may write. Then more questions about the reading, A, B, C, D, in your notebook. And number 4, we are not going to do that because we can discuss. Finally, I have a homework for you to do, but in Google Classroom this time. You will look for Google Classroom on Google. There you write Google Classroom, enter, and then you enter this code and you will be in my classroom. There might be a surprise homework for you, an extra homework. I love you, kids. I hope to see you soon, and I hope that you have understood me a little bit. See you. Bye.